So now it makes absolute sense on why Kamala Harris and her supporters typically, they use baseless attacks on Donald Trump and conservatives alike, because they don't have an issue with his policies. They actually love his policies. On average, most Democrats, when they even do mention his policies, it's not really like they disagree with them. They're the saying that he didn't get it done, when all you had to do is do a little research and see that he had to deal with a Nancy Pelosi and a Chuck Schumer. But as my grandmother said all the time, what doesn't come out in the wash surely will come out in the rinse. Check this clip out.
For those hotel workers and people that get tips, you're going to be very happy, because when I get to office, we are going to not charge taxes on tips, people making tips.
And eliminate taxes on tips for service and hospitality workers.
As you see, guys, this is another day in the Matrix. The administration that she's already a part of, VP Harris, that stands for Vice President. It's not like JD Vance. It's not part of her name. She's currently in the White House. And with that time spent, it's been more than 3 years now at this point, she and Joe Biden thought it would be a great idea to actually come after people who make tips at their job. And to all the supporters who may be watching, please tell me, how do you wiggle your way out of this one? Please tell me how this was always her plan, when the administration that she currently serves has already taken a stance on this. So now all of a sudden, we should believe, as the Democratic elites already pushed this woman in to power, that she actually believes this. I mean, have you guys seen a gambler? They're the number one people who say, if I just can win this one game, this one scratch off, that I'll never need to gamble again. And most times you see that is a farce. And it's no different for Kamala Harris. With her, she's going to campaign on these types of ideas and ideals, but we've seen it already play out with her and Joe. They're going to raise taxes some type of way, as they realize that they bit off too much they can chew. And just looking at the ideology that Kamala has, those other bills that she wants to pass and give an amnesty to the people who illegally cross the border, amongst other bad ideas, you're not going to be able to have enough government money to actually not go after people who make tips. I mean, look at the situation with Joe Biden and Cash App. Like, we can see you guys. Like, give me a fucking break. But just to end it off, I'm very confident in the Trump ticket. I know a lot of people wanted to see Vivek on the ticket as the VP, amongst other names. But for me, JD Vance has proven to be a way more effective VP than Kamala Harris currently is.
You've now asked me 3 questions about comments that I made 3 years ago. I wonder what Kamala Harris thinks about the fact that she supported policies that opened the American southern border. I wonder what Kamala Harris thinks about the fact that she lied to the American people about Joe Biden's mental facility for the office. You are interviewing me, Dana, because I respect the American people enough to sit down for an interview.
I appreciate that.
Kamala Harris has been the nominee for 3 weeks. She hasn't sat down for a real interview.
Believe me, we are asking. You're not going to get a disagreement there.
But the point is, Dana, you've got me for 15 minutes or however long you have me. We should be talking about public policies that matter. How are we going to lower inflation? How are we going to reduce the cost of food and housing? How are we going to close down that southern border? We've talked so little about that. We've talked a lot more about a sarcastic remark I made 3 years ago. I think we should talk about the issues that most Americans care.
As you've seen there, JD Vance is showing signs to be a superstar. And even if you hate him, ask yourself this question. Why isn't Kamala doing interviews when it's been this long since she's been announced to be the candidate for president? But anyway, just my opinion. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Over and out.
See the colors waving high.